Hello friends, good morning. Welcome to our chemistry class. Today we are going to discuss about a new topic that is isomerism. Okay friends, let us start. Okay, first of all we should know the definition of isomers friends. Okay, let us start. See, the compounds which are having same molecular formula but different structural formulae and different physical and chemical properties are called as isomers. Okay, this is the definition of isomers. See friends, isomers means, see, the compounds which are having the molecular formula same. Okay, the compounds which are having the same molecular formula but they will have different structural formulae and different chemical and physical properties. Those compounds are called as isomers. Okay, and this phenomenon is called as isomerism. Okay, let us see the classification of isomerism. Okay, see, in this isomerism we have structural or constitutional isomerism. Both are same friends. Okay, structural or constitutional isomerism and stereoisomerism. Okay, first let us look at this structural or constitutional isomerism. Okay, it is further divided into these types like chain isomerism, positional isomerism, functional isomerism, metamerism, tautomerism and ring chain isomerism. Okay, and again let us enter into the stereoisomerism. Okay, it is again classified into configurational stereoisomerism and conformational stereoisomerism. Okay, first configurational stereoisomerism. Okay, again this configurational stereoisomerism is classified into two types, that is geometrical. We know that geometrical means we will get cis or trans mean or E and Z. Okay, E means what? Entgenen. Z means to summon. Okay, later in my next classes I will discuss all these things in a clear cut manner. Okay, next or syn and anti or exo and endo. Okay, again optical or enantiomerism. Okay friends, let us discuss these things in a clear manner. Okay friends, see, first structural isomerism. Okay, today we are discussing the subtopic of isomerism, that is structural isomerism or constitutional isomerism. Okay friends, see, structural isomerism is a form of isomerism. We know this. Okay, in this the isomers have difference only in the atomic arrangement in a molecule. Okay, means if we observe a molecule, we know that in the molecule atoms are arranged, no? So in this structural isomerism we will find difference only in the atomic arrangement. Okay, next, structural isomers have the same molecular formula but different structural formula. Okay, molecular formula is same friends, but here the structural arrangement, especially we can say that atomic arrangement is different. Okay, that is structural isomerism. Okay, next, see, in the structural isomerism we had to discuss these like chain, positional, functional, metamerism, tautomerism and ring chain isomerism. Okay, first we will see this chain isomerism. Okay, see, chain or nuclear isomerism. Okay, see friends, here also first only I told you that here these will have the same molecular formula. Okay, I told you about the structural isomerism. Okay, structural isomers have the same molecular formula, na? Means here the structural isomerism is classified into these types. That means all these have the same molecular formula. That means either chain isomerism or positional or functional or metamerism or tautomerism or ring chain, anything. Okay, the main thing is that here they have the same molecular formula. Okay, see, chain or nuclear isomerism, they have the same molecular formula, but here the difference is observed only in the chain, carbon chain. That's why it is called as chain isomerism or the nuclear isomerism. Here the difference is observed only in the chain. Okay, within the molecule are called as chain isomers or nuclear isomers, and this phenomenon is called as chain or nuclear isomerism. Okay, let us see the example, friends. See, actually this is a butane. Okay, means here we have the 1 2 3 4 carbons. Okay, and here we have no substituents, that's why we had to use the symbol N. Okay, this is normal. Okay, N means normal, friends. So this is a normal butane, N butane. So according to our definition, what? Okay, the chain isomers should have the same molecular formula. See, here we have the same molecular formula. Means if you have any doubt, means just you can count, friends. Okay, here we have the methyl group, and here also we have the methyl group. Here CH2 and CH2. Okay, here, friends, here we have the methyl. Okay, here also we have the methyl, and here we have the CH2. Means here if you count the number of carbons and hydrogens, you will get the same number in both these. Okay, both these isomers. So here our definition is satisfied, because here we have the same molecular formula. I hope you understood this, friends, because this is the minimum basics, friends. Okay, even if you have any doubt, you just comment in the comment box. I'll explain even about this also, friends. Okay, we can say that these two are as chain isomers, because see, here the molecular formula is same, but here the difference is observed only in the arrangement of carbon chain. Okay, here it is arranged as a normal chain, that is a, we can say like straight chain. So but here see, here the difference is observed in the carbon chain. Okay, it is written as isobutane. So these two are called as chain isomers or nuclear isomers. Okay, let us take one more example, friends. Okay, see, here we have a 5 carbons, 1 2 3 4 5 carbons, and this is a normal chain without any substituent. So we can, okay, we can write like this, that is N-pentane. Okay, we can also write this N-pentane as isopentane. Okay, if you count the number of carbons and hydrogens in these, means in these two structures, we will get the same number of carbons and hydrogens in both of these two cases, friends. Okay, means here the molecular formula is same, but the difference is observed only in the carbon chain. So we can call these as chain isomers. Of course, we can also write this N-pentane in this manner also. So here we have 3 chances of writing. So N-pentane, isopentane or neopentane. Okay, all these are chain isomers, friends. Okay, hope you understood this. Yeah, let us see one more example for the chain isomerism, friends. Okay, this is the N-hexane, because here we don't have any substituents, and if we count the number of carbons present in this, we will get 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So this is the N-hexane, and now we should try to write the chain isomers of this. Okay, here what we had to do means just we had to change. Okay, what we had to change means just arrangement of the carbon chain. Okay, so here the first chance is mostly we had to use iso, friends. Okay, this is a isohexane. Okay, and means here we have almost 5 chances of writing this. Okay, so this is the second chance, that is isohexane, and we can also write this in this manner, friends, like 3-methyl pentane, and fourth possibility is 2 3. See, 2 3 at second and third carbons we have the methyl groups, so 2 3 dimethyl butane, and the fifth possibility is, see, at second carbon we have a 2 methyl group, so 2 2 dimethyl butane. Okay, actually these were the 5 possibilities of writing the chain or nuclear isomers of N-hexane. Okay, see, here, see, 1 2 1 3 1 4 1 5. See, this 1 and 2, of course all these are chain isomers only, friends, but they are separately, means they are clearly telling you that all these are chain isomers. Okay, we can simply identify the chain isomerism just by observing the molecular formula, and also just here it is possible for us to understand the change in the arrangement of the carbon chain within the molecule. So just based on this we can identify the chain or nuclear isomerism. Okay, I hope you understood this, friends. Thank you.